Hey everybody, welcome to the Infinite Regression. Yes, I know I've been neglecting you, but don't worry, I wasn't going to leave you here forever. And don't worry, we got video games. Today, we're playing a fun little indie number called Red Death. Yeah, Red Death comes to us from Panda Indie Studio, and yeah, is a whole dang thing. So, this is pretty simple to explain what this game is. You can see it for yourself. It is a pixel art style, limited palette, high contrast, um, beautiful, amazing bullet hell game that is so hard. It is so hard. Look, I play a lot of bullet hells. I do. I know that this one makes it look like I don't, but I actually do. I know the tricks. Yes, you keep your eye on your ship. You just keep shooting. Sorry. You just keep shooting and you just, you know, don't worry about where your shots are hitting. You keep dodging as much as possible. You'll hit with a guaranteed number of shots. You just keep dodging. Eventually, you're going to take them out. Like that's how you do. And I know this, and yet I still die. You know, some bullet hells are just way wicked hard, and this one, I don't know why. I don't know why, but for me, it's insanely difficult. Like I just have the hardest time. But what are you gonna do? So yeah, here's the thing you need to know about this game is that okay, is it doing anything that has not been done before? Not really, not necessarily, you know, because the whole bullet hell thing has been done a million times over. Yes, we know this. And the whole pixel based bullet hell thing has been done a million times over. Absolutely. And, you know, in many ways, like the whole color palette of this whole thing, reminiscent of Downwell, for instance. Little, you know, some of the bullets give off Ikaruga vibes, you know. So it's not like this thing is reinventing stuff that has never been done before. But it knows that. And you kind of have to know that when you're going into any bullet hell shooter, is that this has been done before. What do you bring to the table? And what this brings to the table is just some good design. You know, it's got the pilot on the left, it's got the overload meter, which takes forever to build up. And then when you finally get to use it, it is underwhelming. Uh, you're like, really? That's all it does? Is gives me like half a second of breathing room against a boss? Like, that's not as good as I had hoped. So it's a relentless game. It is absolutely unrelenting. And that's what you get because, you know, some games are like this. They're just unrelenting and they're hard, and that's why they were made the way that they were made. Doesn't mean that it's not fun. Now, take it from me, a guy who is better at some games than others. Look, you give me a game like Skyforce, be it the anniversary version of Skyforce or the reloaded version of Skyforce. Those games are very near and dear to my heart, and I will absolutely destroy them. Like, I have almost beaten both of those games on insane difficulty because that is how I roll. Like, I'm no schlub when it comes to bullet hell type shooters. Now, I know Skyforce isn't really technically bullet hell, but there are bullet hell shooters that I do play, and unfortunately, the only ones that come to mind right now are not ones whose names I would like to say out loud. because you don't need to know what kind of games the Russians left in my inventory. Not all of them are approps. But yeah, there's a whole series of, I'll just say it, the deep space waifu games, where you're shooting off the girls' clothes. Yeah, those games are actually really fun. They're decent shooters, and I am good at them. And like, yes, when I'm playing those, I am literally staring at the projectiles. I'm not looking at the girl's clothes falling off. Because more often than not, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, I do not care for the girl, like what she looks like and whatnot. Like, I actually do not care about getting her clothes off any more than like, you got to make sure you hit them socks. Otherwise, you're not going to get 100% on the level. But I'm like wicked good at those games and on, pretty hard difficulties as well. So I'm trying to establish any amount of cred because you're going to be watching this gameplay footage, and here's some facts. I played this game for a while and I was not able to get past the first level. Yeah, this is right. I didn't even unlock arcade mode, which I have no idea how different arcade mode is from regular mode, but I couldn't unlock it because I wasn't good enough because I kept dying because it's really, really hard. And some of the patterns are very difficult to learn. Like the first boss has this one that like I just keep getting pressed down to the bottom. I feel like, oh, I'm dodging it, I'm dodging it, I'm dodging it, but little do I realize he's just pressing me to the bottom of the screen, where he takes me out. And I got really annoyingly close at defeating that boss many times, but I never actually did. So that's very sad, and I'm sorry that you have to watch me play the same level over and over, but if you buy this game, that's what you're going to see on your screen for a while, unless, of course, you're a much better bullet hell player than I am, which you probably are. Let's all bow down to your amazing amazingness. It's true. You are amazing, and you're really good at it. So, anyway, yeah, so this game, let's talk specifics. Graphic wise, I don't mind that it's set up like a vertical arcade game. So it has the extra bits on the side when you're playing in a widescreen mode. I don't mind that at all. If you're playing old school like remastered versions or simply ported versions of old awesome arcade style vertical shooters, you're going to see a lot of that kind of stuff anyway. So it's fine. I don't mind that. Yeah, the sound design is excellent. Like, I love the way the game sounds just in its various beeps and boops. And the robot voice, a little like, shades of Berserk. Get the humanoid, get the chicken, when you pick up power ups and whatnot. It's a very delightful, robotic, computerized voice. Enjoy it. Love it. It's very fun. So, yeah, that's good. The music is, it's all right. Like, it's simply all right. The controls are tight and good. The whole thing is pretty intuitive. You can pick it up and you can understand what's going on pretty quickly without having any sort of explanation. There is a story, but it's not very deep, really. It's just kind of like, you have to see this for yourself. It's crazy out there. And then you go out and shoot stuff. That's right. And you play as Red 001. That's your ship. And when you get blown up, they'll call out your name and be like, oh no, Red 001. You're like, yeah, I died again. Because your game is wicked hard and you're sending one ship out to kill all these ships. You're bound to lose, friend. That's your military strategy. One guy going against an entire alien army. That is absurd. Anyway, But yeah, overall, very fun experience. And the game is only 99 cents. Did I say that? It's only 99 cents. Normally, you can only get awesome shooter type games at that price on sale, but that is the regular price of this game. So that might pique your interest if you are a budget minded gamer looking for a vertical type shooter, right? Anyway, let me put a final score on this Mamma Jamma. Okay, here's how we're doing, friend. Final score wise, I'm going to give this a 7 out of a possible 10 Galaxian starships because Galaxian is the first shooter that I ever played. It's the one I cut my teeth on as a kid. Still love it to this day. Most people prefer Galaga or Galaga or Gilligan. No. I prefer Galaxian because that's the one that I played as a kid constantly. Anyway, so yeah, very special memories of that game. But anyway, Red Death is pretty darn good, and it's only 99 cents. So if that sounds like a thing that you might like, go ahead and pick it up. It's pretty solid. So recommended. It's not going to be like the most mind-blowingly great game you've ever played, but definitely recommended. Anyway, people, that will do it for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.